Good afternoon, everybody. I did intend on doing this morning, but I must admit, a little bit of a sleep in, and yeah, I think it's the first sleep in I've had in months, so I'm sure you won't begrudge me, but we're here now. So, okay, before I get to Christmas fully and go and watch Muppets Christmas Carol, here we are, Advent tile number 24 on the 24th of December. Looking back now, it's gone so quick, and you think one of these a day. Apart from that one day where I left at the office and we had to do two the day after, I think we've done pretty well just to keep up. So here we go. Are we ready? It's a nice little tile today. It's sort of going to put everything together, and we'll see how it sort of works. Let's just zoom in a little bit. So we can see the obvious one to start off with, and that's this one here. So I'm just going to sort of work it round, see where this sort of heads. It's going to go from here, look, all the way around to here. There we are, nice and gentle. And then we've got a couple of stripes. So we've got this black one here, which I'm going to sort of extend there. And then we need another black one in the middle. So there we go. Let's put that one in there. I'm just going to bring in my brush pen. Oh, Merry Christmas, everybody. It's lovely. Thank you for giving up some time on your Christmas Eve. It's just to do this and spend 5-10 minutes just having a bit of me time. I'm sure you're all organised and got everything underway. Just sort of go with the flow. We sort of aren't. We're getting there. I've actually I found the kitchen table, which is good. So to start there, so we can actually give that a clean over and lay that for ready for Christmas lunch tomorrow. But, yeah, it's funny, isn't it? I mean, I know Chris was saying about having a dining table. That's for crafting. But no, not for tomorrow. I might put my pens to one side just for a little bit. There we go. So there's the first bit. So let's have a look at my little sort of tile here. I've got like a little bit here, so let's just fill that one in as well. And then just sort of, you know, any extra little bits that need just to finish that off. So of course that can be done and sorted. And then I've got another one. We've got these few here. So let's have a look at this one. And one's a bit of a curve. There we are. Just to finish that off. And then bring in those grid lines just down the side there. Okay, one there, look. And then, of course, I'm just going to fill in those little shapes there. Maybe one there. And, you see just sort of where they meet. Just putting this one in. No rush with it. Oh, hello. I didn't catch the name there, but I did get America. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. So, yeah. Christmas Eve is one of those magical times, isn't it? Because it's the anticipation of what's to come. And I absolutely adore Christmas Eve. So here we go. I'm going to bring another one in. See this one here? I'm just going to come up as though it's sort of gone underneath that one. And I'm going to bring it round and down into here. Okay. So you see this line, the centre sort of, let's have a look. We've got a little bit of a line going that way, so I'm just going to bring in another one of those shapes, and then here we're going to get a little bit, see how it's going sort of underneath there, and one there. I'm just going to draw a line in between those, and then a couple of little dots. They don't have to be in the middle, just sort of change them up a bit. There we go. Okay. Oh, hello, Louise. It's nice that you could join us. But we're all busy. You know, we understand that. See this line I could probably put in first. Let's go from here. Because everything's being sort of filled in. And maybe one here too. Maybe just one there. And then we can sort of have these little like droplets. Let's put them in first. Just sort of working up. See, they don't have to be in order. Just fill in area, and of course some bubbles. It's quite nice, isn't it? It's very sort of a streamerish like. There we are. A couple more in there. There we are. Again, you don't have to fill those in black ink. You can use colour for those. I've started adding a bit more colour. I did a little bit last night, but my eyes started to close last night. So, okay, so that's that one. So I'm just going to bring in another one here, and depending on the space that you've got, of course, so it's going to sort of come up and round, and then I'm going to just sort of finish it off there. All right, so you see you've got those little sort of droplets going on. Okay, now I'm going to go a bit larger with this one. Now I know we've done this before, so it depends whether you want to start large or small. I think I'm going to start large, and I'm going to follow the curve here. I'm going to create a loop back on itself, and then I'm going to come back round with a loop, and then back up and round, and then round again and back down. Okay, I'm going to go a bit wider with the loop this time because I need to follow that shape. See? And that's going to go under there, around there, and under there. See how we're not getting those sort of top loops anymore, but here we're back to sort of together. Now, however you fill yours in, it's entirely up to you. You don't have to use this tangle. I think I missed out on this on a tile somewhere beforehand, so I wanted to sort of get it in. And I'm just going to bring in little lines in there, look, little bubbles. And there we go, same in this one. Get little sort of bubbles in there. Of course, if you want that to look a little more Christmassy, you could always put holly on the top of those. It's be a nice one to do. There we go. I'm just going to work them around. So you might want to put the 3 lines in first and then the bubbles, whichever works for you. Oh. Just in there we go. So we've all got our presents wrapped. I must admit, I haven't. I'm gonna get that done. When I've done this, John's had to sort of just nip out. So yeah, I can get that done before he gets back. So that'll be nice. I'm not putting him under the tree though till the morning. Our Benji having a nosy round, and yeah, he's got a little bit of a thing for paper. So yeah. So we did say that we don't really want to leave this and do another one next Christmas. We wanted to do one a little bit earlier. So what I'm going to work on a new design, and then we'll have a go a little bit later, sort of early in the new year. I don't know. I'll pick a month and we'll do it. We'll have a go at another one if you're all up for it. I think that'd be nice. See here where we've got these little lines here. You could fill that in with ink, but I'm going to go in with little stripes. That's nice. See? Sort of any little gaps. Again, if you want to, you could fill it with bubbles, or you could just do what I'm doing and add a few little lines in there. Whatever works for you. There we go. Oh. Yeah, we could do. So I could have a look at something for Easter time, and that would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Okay, so we've got this huge shape here. And you can see that it's actually forming this kind of shape here. I'm going to just sort of see this curve. I'm just going to ease it off there. See, so it looks like it's going around, and then this bit just sort of finish off with this. And we've started a bit of a tangle into this here. And so I'm just going to carry that on. So I'm going to put these little sort of bumps in all the way up and along. If you want to do this a little bit bigger, you can do. I've started them quite small, so you might get one in there, look. And then, again, whether you want to do one at a time, but I'm going to do the shapes and do each one separately. You can sort of see it build then. Alright, so let's get some lines in. Same on that one. And there we go, following that round. Just work your way to make sure you've got them all in. Oh, definitely, yeah. Do you know, yeah, I think I have thoroughly enjoyed this. I must admit, I didn't know where it was going to end and how it was going to sort of look or work out. But I think we've got such a lovely supporting group. You all came along with me and thought, hey, we're up for the ride. We'll give it a go, and that's been really lovely. And seeing what you've actually produced and how you've got on with them, nice. So thank you for that. That's been really nice to have that support from everybody. Oh, brilliant. There we go. So I'm just putting those little shapes on now. Just it's not going to get too tricky around there, I don't think. But once we're onto the actual tile, it'll be fine. It's just here going in between the two. There we are. Of course, got the frame on the other one to do yet, so still quite a bit to do. You've got plenty to be getting on with. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to aura around each shape. Well, there's my first one. Let's go a little bit bigger so you can see what I'm doing now. And then aura this one. And then this one. You see when I've sort of run out of a little bit of space there, I'm just sort of working my way underneath. So this one's fine. There we are. Rose, I've got a little bit of tape underneath mine holding them down, but yes, I do think that once I've done this one, now it's in place, I will actually use a little bit of wet glue and I'm going to stick it down so it's completely sealed. Although yesterday I was toying with the idea of shading each tile, so once I've coloured it in, maybe adding a little bit of shade around each, you know, as though it was a border around each tile, just to see how that would look, because I like it as one big image, but I also like the fact that it's been made up from 24 tiles. So I'm not 100% sure yet, but that's the decision I'm going to make when it's all done. But yeah, definitely going to stick them down. Okay, so you see I've gone around them all once, so I'm back again. And I'm going to aura around the bits I can see. So here, I can't really do much more there, but I can do this one. Working my way down. There we go. I think the dogs downstairs are watching Brave. So, yeah. I think Benji quite likes the Disney films. Seth, not so much bothered, but Benji does sit and watch them. I don't know, he is funny. You see, you can only do little bits of sun, that's fine. Just sort of completely work your way around and fill the space up as you need to. And of course, you're going to get less and less as you see that one, a little bit of a gap, fill that in. There we go. Oh, surely that's lovely, just to get those pens on Christmas Eve. That's lovely. Brilliant. So I know that some of you put orders in from Creating Craft the other day. Now, Hermes Deliveries now have an impact, or collections rather. They're not collecting now until it'll be the 30th of December. That date's are recognisable. So what I'll do, I'll go in a day or two before and I'll get everything packed and I'll get Hermes booked for the 30th. So everything will be on its way to you then. Same with shop orders. If, again, post can be an issue this time of year, so we'll go in between Christmas and New Year and we'll do any orders that have come in. So thank you for that. But just so you know that they're not going to be out until then. So you're fine. There we go. You see, I'm just continuing the space. Now, if you want to break it up and, you know, have two of these shapes in here, but I think it's nice that we've got a slightly larger shape. It gives it a little bit of contrast from those smaller ones we've been working on. See any little bits that are left? I'm just going to fill in with ink. Do that one there. And then see, it just gets smaller and smaller each time. It's working from one to the next. Nothing else matters, it's just that single line that you're following at the time until you've sort of run out of the bit of space. I'm going to put a little bit of shape on that one now. And to this one. It's a really nice one to do this as a sort of a fill. And then of course if you want to colour in all the stripes you can. So, quite nicely, especially if you need a bit of a relax and you think, oh, I can't be doing with anything too technical at the minute, then this is the one that you can just sort of follow whatever shape you've got at the time. There we go, and it tends to work pretty well. There we go. Oh goodness me, I'm just going to have a look, see down here, this needs a little bit of a, needs a little bit of a, just to fill, just to get that one in, and there we are. Right, let's have a look at it. There we are. So, is it quite a large sort of shape there, which is nice in contrast with these sort of little ones. Let's just lift it up a little bit higher so you can see the whole thing. There we go. So there we are, the whole design. So we've got this lovely sort of swirl here, but then we've got the swirls coming in around it. This one's going into a next one. You see it started a little bit more colouring, so it's getting there now, and this doesn't have to be done all in one go. It's lovely. I've really enjoyed that, and I'm going to enjoy doing the colouring, of course. Now this one's not got enough space to have a frame around it, but of course let's have a look at my shaded one. Here we go. So again, there it is. A little bit different, of course, because you can see this one quite a little bit smaller than this one here, but it just depends on the space you've got left, and it's just about filling in that little area. So I do have, I don't have the original because it's in my sketch pad, which is still in my, still in the car downstairs, I think. But here's the photocopy that I did of the original design, so you can see we've pretty much kept to it as best as we can. A second, go a bit bigger. There we go. So you see we've got all those extra bits. This is the one that then, of course, was then cut up and put into sections. So things quite a lot the same. So you see here, look, and we've got this unusual shape, and see how everything has worked and come together. It's just fabulous, isn't it? So there we go. Fantastic. Love it. I am going to put a little bit of pastel colour on this. And then, of course, we're going to get the border. See, I've drawn the border, but I'm going to get some tangling in that one as well. So there's that one. Do you know, Rose? Yes, I think so. It's because we're such a lovely community. Everybody's got on board and gone, do you know what? We're going to give this a go. And I'm so proud of you all for sticking with it. Even if, you've been a couple behind and you've had to catch up. But, to create something like this, perhaps a larger piece would have never been something you'd attempt, and all a bit scary, but doing a tile a day as we've done here, I think it's made quite a difference. So something to sort of think about going forward. If it's something that you think now you're going to try something a little bit bigger, then it's been great, hasn't it? So I've had such fun. Yeah, we're definitely going to do another one, so leave that with me. I'll get onto that at some point. And all that's left for me to say is have a Merry Christmas, have a wonderful day tomorrow, Eat lots, but not so much that you you feel ill all afternoon. And yeah, Wendy, good idea. Yeah, if you want to put that on your board. And of course, it's really nice to think, well, do you know what? I've got a lot of tangles there that if I'm stuck for a design, I can come back to this and I can see one of these and use it as inspiration. So I'm so pleased we've all stuck with it. So yeah, have a Merry Christmas, take care, stay happy, and our next tile, our original tile, not going to be today, of course, because it's Muppets Christmas Carol, has to be. It's going to be on Wednesday the 29th. So stay safe till then, and I will speak to you at that point. All right, have a good one, everybody, and see you soon. Bye.